If you love life, you're one of the lucky ones, isn't true. If you love life, then you're just someone who loves life like you should love life. Life is something worth loving. Love is something worth seeking in a loved life that you have because of greater love in your life. Love is the answer. Love is the whole answer. Love is all you need, isn't true. Love is all you need is true. Same word said in a different way. A passion for life is a greater love that you can have for life. And a greater passion for love is a greater growing of life because the love of life is what grows inside of you. And the greater you love, the greater that you'll see what's worth loving in God and life. God is something that love will bring a greater closeness to you when you're the one who needs God in your life. If you're the one who has God in your life, even a smidge of God in your life, where you're the one who says, I know there's something bigger than us. You have God in your life to a degree, that God is always there, ever present, no matter what. In a disbeliever, someone who doesn't believe in God, whether you like it or not, God is a part of your life. God is the answer to all life. We exist because of God. We exist because He made us. We exist because He exists, and we do not exist if He does not exist. That's the ultimate answer to everything that we know. The answer to everything is true. To all reality, the greatest reality of all realities is the greater whole reality that we know essentially nothing about. God tells me that the greater reality is a part that we're a part of, only a smidge. He calls it a smidge, a speck. So our desire to learn that greater reality so that we know what the greater reality is okay to do. It helps us to grow, but at some point, it's true, it doesn't serve us to grow in that reality because we exist in this reality. And this reality is what we know. This is what reality in which we grow. And this is the reality in which we know that the growing of our lives is what we are entitled. Entitled is not wrong to say, he says. We can grow in this reality far greater than we even have any idea. There is so much room to grow, and there is so much to know in this reality. We are at the precipice of a new understanding of what our galaxy and what life in this galaxy is for us to be a part of. We are already a part of it, even though we don't know to what degree. And there may be some who know more than us, but the much that they know is not much more than us, is not untrue. But the much that they've experienced is more than us, of course, that's true. So those in the know of what the greater reality is of our reality, of life outside of this planet Earth, are the ones who have been entrusted with something, are the ones who shouldn't have the knowledge to maybe it's not true. It's a knowledge that's there. It's a knowledge that's going to be there. It's a knowledge that everyone is going to share at some point. What people know that's our deep secrets now are going to be things that everybody knows soon, and that's true. So the soonness of when it happens is the soonness that we need to know, is also a soonness that we have to continue to grow in who we are and how we are. And if that's how it is, and that's how it is not, that's if that's how it is. That's just the way it is. If we want to grow, if I want to grow with you, and you want to grow with me, and we want to grow as a greater whole, then my responsibility to this greater whole is to know that I play a part in this greater whole. I play a part to helping others in the way that I seek to help others. And my help is something that I can give freely because I'm willing to do it. And as long as I'm willing to do it, God says, go for it. Because when you can make mistakes, and anyone can, is a man who speaks to God and talks to God and then says the voice he hears in his head are the words he says because he's the one who just says the words that he hears. Is he a liar? Is he a cheat? Is he someone who's trying to get something for free? Is he trying to get something just to make money, to be rich? That's the way the mind thinks here on this plane, this earth. And if I'm that man, then I'm the man who does that. But I'm the man who doesn't do that right now. God says, a person who helps the greater whole is also a person that God wishes to see, not be a pauper, not be a peasant, not be someone who has nothing. To work is important. To make a living is important. And God says those men who preach, who teach, the ones who are sometimes jaded, yeah, cynical, yeah, the ones who aren't truthful, yeah, they're a bad rap for Christianity, for Islam. Extremism is a bad rap for Islam. extremism of any kind of way is when you cause the death of people for the sake of your endeavor to grow, your banner of right being, your faith, no, your religion, then you are making a mistake, is what's true. Those mistakes are the mistakes that I'm not going to talk about right now. The greater reality is what the topic is. And the greater reality of this topic is that I know more about the greater reality only if I believe I know more about the greater reality. Science can answer some of the things that I don't know for sure. Lots. But the physics of life is the science of life. It's the domain of science. It's true. The metaphysics is kind of okay to say, but the what we don't know, the science can't touch, the science can't explain, and there's far more that it cannot explain. Faith is what steps in, and faith is what we need, so that faith can guide us to the choices and the places that we can go, that we cannot count on science, because we can't be scientists, we can't all reach the scientists, we can't all reach the academics who teach us. They can reach to us and we can reach to them in some degree, and the internet and social media is a real powerful tool. There's a lot of mistakes out there that people sell information that's right, that they say is right. They do it for the wrong reasons, they do it for the right reasons, and the right reasons is what will prevail, is what God tells me. If you want to know what's true, trust in you to know what's true. The truth will win out always, as God says is true. It will always win out. You can be a part of that greater reality is already true, because there's no way you are not part of that greater reality. We exist in the greater reality of God, but we are a part, only a small part, is what I say once more. That small part that we play is a small part that we need to respect, and we need to know is our place of ownership of all of ours. It's ours and it is His ultimately, absolutely.